the potential bear market and recession fears rising every single day, there lies a huge opportunity, especially for us option sellers, to get in on fantastic companies with fantastic fundamentals at steep discounts and collect juicy premiums just for saying maybe. In today's video, we're going to be covering the PPI report that just was reported and some of my favorite stocks to be selling options on. Let's go. All right, guys, don't forget, one lucky commenter down below is going to win a free one-on-one option strategy call with me. Just drop a comment and then tune in tomorrow to see if you won. As always, we're going to start with some headlines for today that us as option sellers need to be made aware of, and then we're going to go into like the 5 or 6 companies that I'm really putting all of my focus in, especially if there's a potential bear market situation happening here. And we're going to be talking about the different support, resistance levels, and various indicators and stuff. So stay tuned, okay? So first and foremost, again, right, CPI was released yesterday. PPI was released this morning. No surprise. Beat expectations. If you don't know what PPI is, I'm going to get into this in a second when I'm shaking my head. Hey, look, it's dress down day at work today, all right? So basically PPI, it's basically measures inflation at the wholesale level, how much businesses are paying for goods before they reach consumers, right? And then there's 2 separate ones, right? There's like the headline PPI and then there's the core PPI, right? And the core PPI excludes food and energy because they're more volatile. Listen, to me, guys, it's like accounting. They can make the numbers look however they want to look, right? So to me, PPI and CPI, dude, it's information. I don't really trade much on PPI and CPI days. Like I don't, because I do believe there's a lot of manipulation that happens on them, you know, just to make inflation look better than it actually is. Like not a conspiracy theorist, but it just does. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make sense to me from what I see. And I speak to actual humans out there, right? Like it just doesn't make sense. I don't know. I think it's just being propped up because the insane amounts of uncertainty that's happening. But you know, information is information, and that's the big headline of today. Taking a look at our S&P 500, we're kind of just going sideways here for the start of today. I've said it yesterday, especially in our private group as well. Look, guys. Basically, again, I think you guys like coming and watching the videos here because I explain things in a very simple way, and that's how I like to look at things. I'm not like a day trader. I'm not a Picasso with the candlesticks, right? I literally have a juice button here, and I just collect premium from options buyers. Like that's what we do here, right? Like it's simple. We don't trade a lot, right? But we try not to lose money, right? Look, these indicators are extremely important. I'm gonna keep saying every single video. I literally don't care because it's important for you to know, right? This right here is the 200-day moving average, right? And this right here is the 300-day moving average, right? Look at these as kind of like your support and your resistance level now. Okay, if we cross into this 300-day moving average below that, right, and we start trading below that, we are going into a bear market territory. Okay, some even feel like we're already in a bear market. I wouldn't say so yet. I believe once we give back all of these gains for the past year, about 8% drop, then we're going to be going into that bear market territory. Do I think it's going to happen? Yes. I think that probably the rest of the week we're going to be going sideways just because of CPI and PPI. But we're a headline away, guys. Like we're literally a headline away about tariffs. Obviously, the flip-flopping on that. There's so much uncertainty, and obviously markets react to that. But with that uncertainty, there are massive opportunities out there. Okay, there are massive opportunities out there, especially for us option sellers to get in on companies, fantastic companies at steeper discounts, and collect some juicy premiums along the way. Okay, so let's take a look at some of those. One is Robinhood, and this was actually brought up in one of our groups yesterday. And you know, I am a long-term believer in Robinhood, but not in this market. I'd rather focus on like just different companies, and I'll cover them in a second. Like Robinhood here is trading well above still its 200-day moving average and 300-day moving average. I don't think this is like a fantastic buy by any stretch of the imagination, especially if we go into the bear market and let's say you opened up some puts at like 30 or something. You know, this is going to come down with the market, and you might be stuck holding the bag for a while. I do believe it'll recover, but this run up and this pullback isn't enough for me to get excited about it. You could see on the RSI we are still, you know, fairly oversold here. So to me, there's probably a good setup. Let's just add in our Bollinger Bands here real quick. So the setup is kind of looking nicely towards that bottom Bollinger Band here. But overall, it's not something that I'm personally thinking about. If you like Robinhood, yeah, you could probably get some really nice premium. Let's actually go take a quick look at what kind of premiums Robinhood is giving out right now, because we are we are down 4% today, so that should give us some juicy premiums if we go 35 days out. Yeah, they're nice. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, they are very nice. Take a look at this. I mean, 34s, you're getting 200 bucks, 201. Let's take a look at that. Let me just cross all this out. I was just working on some stuff. 201. What did we say? What was our strike price of this option? $3,400 in collateral. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, if you believe it, right, you're getting about a 6% return on your money, on your collateral, 3,400. If you don't know what I'm talking about here, so this whole channel is all dedicated for option sellers. We basically decide at prices we want to buy companies at and get paid premium cash for it up front, and then we sell those companies back at a profit and collect premium for it up front. There is a workshop, 60 minutes down below. Go educate yourself on it. It'll take about 60 minutes of your time to learn the strategy at a high level. I'll leave it in the pinned comment section, so definitely go watch that. But you could see basically we're putting up $3,400 of our collateral, collecting $201 on a single contract, and getting about 6% return. That's in 1 month. That's insane. That's insane. What's that annualized? I always like looking at the annualized. 61% return. Insane. Obviously, guys, you know that you're not gonna be able to do that trade all year round, but that's what the buyers are paying right now. That's what the option buyers are paying right now. It even just went up 206. So I don't know. Me personally, I don't know if I'd be comfortable holding Robinhood at 34 right now. I would be looking at like much lower delta stuff. I mean, even let's do 25. Okay, that's not bad delta, but still, listen. I was talking about this in a private group yesterday's pre-market plays. All of these numbers, all these Greeks and technicals in this kind of market right now don't mean crap. They don't mean crap to begin with. It helps us build a thesis, but just tread lightly. Okay, just be careful. That's why I'm only saying do really solid fundamental companies right now, because you're not going to be upset holding a really good company long term. Okay. Next company really that I want to talk about is Palantir, which I'm just still kind of impressed with Palantir here, guys. I really thought we were going to see massive. We are seeing a little bit of a pullback, but I really thought we were going to get down to like those the 60s fairly quickly here. So, it's interesting to see the kind of like buyers stepping in here. We had a little dip, but I mean, there's really not much. Like I'm kind of shocked. I mean, yeah, off all-time highs, we're still like far off, but like not compared to some other amazing companies out there, right? So, Palantir's good. I mean, solid. Like I'm shocked by that. To me, I'm not touching it. Obviously, it's still well above 200 and 300-day moving average. I would expect I'd be crazy if it didn't have a massive pullback. It did have a nice run up yesterday. I have to research it a bit more. Again, I'm not in it, so I'm not like following it that heavily, but I did see like they launched like some ad yesterday and like shot up like 7%. I was like, for an ad, like, okay, cool, right? Like, it's kind of funny. SoFi is another company watching heavily. This is a low cost stock that I believe is getting just beat up for obvious reasons right now. Like everything else is down, but this is a company I strongly believe in long term. Has great premiums, and I think long term horizon. This is going to be a fantastic company. Down over 25% just in the last 3 months. Let's go take a look at SoFi. What kind of premium SoFi has right now? Coming over to our trade options section, we're going to go sell, put, go out about 30 to 45 days. We'll just do our 35-dayer here. So they're not bad. Let's just take a look at what are the $10 ones. Giving you about $33, on about $1,000 in collateral. So, I mean, not bad, right? Not like terrible by any stretch of the imagination, right? You're getting about 3% return in a single month on your collateral. And obviously, guys, these numbers, whatever your risk tolerance is, whatever your strategy is you can obviously have more contracts. Here I like to just always have 5, right? So if you open 5 contract, that would be $5,000 in collateral or margin or however you're funding your account. They're not just going to let you do this if you don't have money, right? You have to show that you could actually buy the stocks at the price you're saying you're willing to buy them, and you get paid $165 in premium. So 3.3% return in a single month is pretty solid. And then if we have a massive run up, you can close them out early, and that would be even fantastic to get in and out of those cash secured puts pretty quickly. So SoFi still, obviously, if you believe in it, I think this is a great company and a low cost stock to get into. But my big focuses are NVIDIA. You can see we're trading this week a lot under that 300-day moving average, and now we've kind of had a nice run up. I do believe we're just going to kind of, this is where we're going to be really testing NVIDIA and to see, is this going to be like the resistance level? So we obviously blew past it, but if the S&P continues to crawl down to that 300-day moving and it trades below that, like we're going to see NVIDIA start getting down closer to the hundreds. Look at the 90 puts, 85 puts, collect some juicy premium. I don't believe, especially for me, I wouldn't be upset holding NVIDIA if I get assigned at $90 or $85 by any means, because again, one of the most valuable companies in the world, fantastic fundamentals, a cash cow. I know it's hard to like think these things, but like try to really like have the same passion you had for companies you're investing while they were running up. Like try to remember those thoughts that you had in your brain, right? Because like all of us most people are running scared, right? They're running scared now. They're selling their stocks, and you're just that typical meme of you're buying high and selling low, right? Like, and if you to be a successful investor, like you can't do that. Like that's just not going to work. If you can't handle your emotions and just buy like Vanguard funds every single month, set and forget, and like literally don't look at it for like 60 years, right? Another company getting absolutely slaughtered is Arista Networks. Guys, you already know this is our stock of the channel. I talk about this all the time. Makes no sense. Makes zero sense to me. I don't know. It makes no sense. Look at this revenue growth, right? And the ultimate number, the free cash flow, just fantastic. Makes no sense. But again, it's having that same optimism, that same feeling as it's running up. Again, 200-day moving average. I can't believe it. I literally can't believe Arista is trading under $80 right now. And then obviously the big ones, right, are Google, right? Really just using that 300-day moving average as a resistance level, which is just crazy to me. Again, a fantastic company, heavily. Like, come on, like I'm not going to go through and tell you all the portfolio companies and why Google is an amazing company. The same thing goes for Apple, right? Apple and Google. I mean, these are fantastic cash cow companies with massive reach, massive customer loyalty, leading the charge in AI, both of these companies. So these are like where I rather put my focus, like NVIDIA, Arista, Alphabet, Google, right? These really solid companies that aren't really going to go away, right? Like like right now is the time to like, if you were buying these companies at like all-time highs, now is the time to like rethink your strategy. And I do believe selling options is the best way because you can get them into them at even lower prices. Like, so for example, with Google, like let's just look at Google's chain real quick. Like, and I know when you guys hear options, you hear like, oh my God, it's so risky, it's scary. It's because everyone on YouTube mainly talks about options buying, which again, you lose money, right? So like, for example, like you guys might be wondering, like, where's this money coming from? Like if I have this, 162 put, right, I'm going to collect $100, right? $96. Where's that money coming from? That's coming from an options buyer, right? One of the best analogies I can tell you is when you are an options seller, you are the house, right? You are collecting like the poker chips from all the people sitting at the tables. Now, do they hit sometimes? Of course. Do they hit big sometimes? Of course. But we're just collecting steady premiums from our companies that we own and companies that we're saying we're going to own. Okay. And if you want to learn more about that, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment and watch that 60-minute workshop because it's going to change your mind. One of my favorite things is seeing you guys finally understand selling option. You're like, wow, where the hell has this been my entire life? Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check all the links in the description. There's a ton of free resources to help you guys start selling options and collect in some juicy premiums. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I will see you guys tomorrow.